I am Fukuzawa Hidekazu, CFO of LIFULL. Thank you for joining us for our earnings digest of the third quarter of the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024. First, I would like to share the main messages of our earnings briefing. As a whole, we are currently making progress in line with our revised forecast. And I would also like to point out that we are seeing particularly improved revenue growth in the home services segment. Next, we have a summary of our consolidated earnings. Revenue amounted to 25.8 billion yen after removing the effects of one-off gains in the previous fiscal year. On the next slide, you can see our operating profit. Operating profit declined by 41% due to one-off gains from asset sales in the previous fiscal year, as well as temporary costs for the transition to a new management structure in our overseas segment during the first half of this year. Next, I would like to walk you through our earnings by segment. Revenue for the home services segment amounted to 17.9 billion yen, with 1.9 billion yen in segment profit. This was mostly in line with our forecasts. We saw further acceleration in the revenue growth rate, with third quarter revenue growing by 5.4% YOY. Here, you can see the world we want to create through LIFULL Homes. We want to make our platform into a service that provides a better likelihood that an inquiry will result in a transaction for our clients. We are continuing to invest in the development of our services to improve the quality of the user inquiries we provide to real estate professionals. As a result, inquiries in all of our markets have increased YOY. Additionally, we're providing our clients with more ways to utilize generative AI in their day-to-day work, not only to improve their own efficiency, but also promote the digital transformation of the real estate industry in Japan. Enhanced sales activities are also part of our long-term growth strategy. As a result of our actions, we have increased our client network and enhanced the services that we provide through Summai no Madoguchi, our personal consultation service. Next, I would like to discuss the overseas segment. Revenue continued to decline for the aggregation sites, but on the other hand, we saw growth in our direct markets. Profit declined due to strategic growth investments and transition-related costs in the first half of the year. On this next page, you can see our growth strategy for the overseas segment. We are providing services that are closer to the real estate markets and the individual transactions. Here are some of the initial results of our replanning process. We have already begun to see partial improvement in some key business indicators. We are looking forward to their positive impact on our results moving forward. At the same time, we are strategizing for the long-term direction of our overseas businesses. We are currently evaluating all options equally to determine the optimal path for the business moving forward. For the other businesses segment, if we remove the effects of the one-off gains in the previous fiscal year, revenue was still down 70 million yen. But we saw an improvement of 110 million yen in profit from our stance of selective focus on our core businesses. Finally, I would like to discuss our stance on capital cost-conscious management. We manage our businesses based on a philosophy of will-centric public interest capitalism. Therefore, we focus on maximizing profit before distribution to all of our stakeholders. In terms of capital cost-conscious management, we retain the goal to achieve both growth in our businesses while also increasing our profitability through appropriate capital allocation and monitoring of our businesses. The specific metrics we use are outlined below, with more detail provided in our annual securities report. Over the last several years, we have taken a number of actions to restructure our businesses and improve our capital efficiency, and have outlined a selection of these below. To further improve our capital efficiency, we remain committed to considering the restructuring of all of our businesses. This was my brief run-through of the earnings presentation for the third quarter of the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024. For more details on our earnings, please visit our investor relations website. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to your continued support.